the town has issued a face covering advisory. Give us the latest on that. I saw that on the webpage last night.
So we've been talking about this for quite a while. I think you and I maybe even spoke about it when we spoke last week. And the Attorney General's guidance had been that cities and towns could not issue mandatory face coverings policy. However, they've clarified that via a vote of the Board of Health, under their statutory authorities, there could be a mandatory policy. So what we decided as a leadership team yesterday was putting in a face coverings advisory, strongly worded advisory, this week was appropriate, and we expect the Board of Health to consider a vote next week to make it mandatory.
I see. I said you could be cited, correct?
Yes. I mean, I don't think our intention is to be citing people, but that legally, my understanding is that would be a possibility.
The select board this week has decided to make it a little safer for voters to exercise their civic duty on the tentative town election date of 6/6. So what's the latest on that?
So I'd say the number one thing we're doing is working with the town clerk's office and town council. We've come up with a postcard that we plan to send to every registered voter, that if they fill it out, they put their name, date of birth, address, and a signature and send it back in. And by sending it back in, we will be putting return postage on it, so no one will have to put a stamp on it. They will therefore be requesting their early voting by mail ballot. So we're trying to cut out this multi-step process and make it as streamlined as possible. So we're really trying to get as many people to vote by mail as possible, so that we're not bringing people out to the polls en masse, on June 6th. So we're also going to continue to work with Health and Human Services and see how we can structure the polling places to be as safe as possible. And we're doing all we can. We're going to do all we can to outreach to people in addition to those postcards going out, so that we can get the word out to folks that there is an election happening. It's happening June 6th, and we're trying to do it as safely as possible.